Hey guys, what's going on? Rizzo here, and today we're going to be looking at Unholy DKs in patch 5.4. We're going to be looking at talents, glyphs, gemming, basic rotation and burst, and macros. And I'm going to split this up into all those parts, so just sit tight and enjoy. Alright guys, we're going to start off with my choice of talents. I choose Rolling Blood because you're going to be pressing Blood Boil here and there for damage, but the main priority of this is that your Blood Boil and your Pestilence are now essentially in the same ability combined into Blood Boil. So you can press this to spread your diseases and do a pretty good amount of damage at the same time. I really enjoy this talent over the other two. And for this tier, I can switch between Lichborn and Anti-Magic Zone. I choose Lichborn if I'm not playing Conversion because you don't want too much of your runic power to be wasted for healing, in the sense that on this tree you could choose Death Pact and not have to use your runic power, while you could use your runic power to heal with this. But against the double caster team, Anti-Magic Zone is not a bad choice at all. It can really save you, and if your teammate's deeped, if you put this over them, they will not take anywhere near as much damage as they regularly would. This tier, it seems to me that Asphyxiate is definitely the way to go. I mean, it's basically Hodge on a DK, you can't really pass that up. And now, for this tier, I'd switch between Conversion and Death Pact. And I like Death Pact for situations where it's like a one burst deal every 2 minutes. And I choose Conversion against teams where I need to be sustained against. And for this tier, I choose Blood Tap because that just seems to be the most stable for getting the most death runes you possibly can. And for this tier, Desecrated Ground seems to be best. I mean, it's another trinket, why not, you know? Okay, thanks for watching this part, and let's jump right into the glyph. Alright guys, let's look at the macros. So I have two different macros for switching through Unholy and Blood Presence. You can keybind the stances, but for the sake of my other characters, I choose to make these macros, just so it sticks to my traditional way of playing my other classes with stances. This is personal preference, you don't have to do it this way. This is my Dark Sim macro, it's just Focus Sim, cast Dark Sim. This is my Focus Asphyxiate, Focus Ghoul Gnaw, and Focus Grip. Here, Disregard Frost Presence is Unholy. This is a macro that when I press it, it sacrifices my ghoul, and I eat a health stone if I'm playing with a warlock. So that's really good because they're around the same cooldown, and you can just get the optimal healing if you forget about health stone and don't have a keybound by itself. This is a regular ghoul stun, and this is really good because you'd have to keybind all of these pet abilities on the pet bar, because for some reason you can't drag them down here. So I found the most conventional way is to just make a macro. So this is my Ghoul Leap, which is in the same boat with the Gnaw. And then I have a macro to target myself, so when I pop Lichborn, I can actually toss Death Coils to myself. And I found that's my most efficient way to target myself and just heal through Lichborn. Then this is a Focus Kick, which I can't stress enough. This is a very strong macro. If everything's all clustered up and there's a healer casting a spell while you're on a DPS, you can just slightly turn your character, press that button, and it's a lockout. So I really can't stress this macro enough. It's really simple, and I think more people should be taking advantage of this. Alright, thank you. Alright guys, so for gemming your DK, you're going to want to go into 216 strength and 3% critical effect for your meta. And for your reds, you're going to want to hit those 160 strengths. For your yellows, you're going to want to hit those 80 strength, 160 masteries. And then for your blues, you're going to want to hit those 80 strength, 80 PvP power. And I choose Rune of the Fallen Crusader for my my weapon enchant, and just the healing and the passive strength bonus it gives you is really strong in my opinion, and the strongest out of the DK weapon enchants. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you're watching this on the Dara channel, if you want to check out my channel for DK PvP and Enhancement Shaman PvP, I would be very appreciative. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you succeed on your DK.